Dealing with hair loss can be annoying. I remember when I first started dealing with hair loss, the key factor in my life at that time was stress. And every time after that, stress will be the key factor as well. So over the years, I have learned a lot when it comes to hair loss, cycles, and just everything that goes on throughout the journey, especially when it comes to CCCA Alopecia. So my name is Charmaine. I'm from blackhairandskincare.com, and it's time to take your crown back. So today I just wanted to give you guys a little background about my hair story and where it has been over the duration of my life as I dealt with CCCA Alopecia, hair loss, inflamed scalp, all of that stuff, okay? So first, like I said, when I first was diagnosed with CCCA Alopecia many moons ago, one of the things that was happening in my life at that time was stress. I was stressed out. I had started this new job. I was the administrative assistant to the chief of police, and this man, I lied to you guys not. This man reminded me of Donald Trump. He acted just like him. So I had to work with this man, okay? And it was just a lot of things going on, a lot of injustices going on, and I was just like very stressed out. So that's when I first started noticing significantly like, oh, my scalp is itching and burning, because I always had like thin hair issues since I was 16, and that came from me relaxing my hair. It had got worse, over the time. So it went from 16, like, oh, my crown is thin. I noticed that, to as I became like 22, it's like, oh, this area is like, this is burning, my hair done fell out. It was just a lot going on with that. And then also stress is also the cause of a lot of autoimmune diseases. A lot of people get autoimmune, in my opinion, get autoimmune diseases because of stress. So if your body is stressed out and the environment or the frequency is not something that is conducive to the health of your body, then you will start to get kickback. And that kickback can be in the form of hair loss. In this situation, it could be in the form of, I heard mental breakdown. You can have a mental breakdown, from being in a stressful environment, especially if that is not your frequency. If you're like somebody who's happy-go-lucky, or you just like the good vibes, you mellow, you balance, okay? If you are around situations where you are currently stressed out, it's like your body is like, Mayday, Mayday, we need you to pay attention. Something is going on here. It's like your body's response trying to get you to see that this environment is not conducive for you. And it's just like that with hair loss. Say if you're using a product that has like really a whole bunch of toxic chemicals in it, eventually over time you will start to see the results of using that product and what it has done to your hair. For example, my daughter, when she was younger, my oldest daughter, I didn't know how toxic these products was. So I was using, things like Cantu and all that stuff on her hair. And you can see the difference in her hair. You can see the difference. Her hair was like breaking off. It wasn't growing. I was like, why her hair not growing? It's because of the toxins that was in those products. So it's like the same thing with your environment as well. It's kind of like, I would say like the frequency of an item, of a situation, of whatever. If it's not like the frequency that you want to vibe it, if you're looking at the ingredients on the back of a product, you're like, oh, what? This, I can't even pronounce this. You not vibing with that, just don't use it because it's not in your frequency. You have to use stuff that you can pronounce. Let's see. We have organic olive oil, organic pumpkin seed, stuff like that. But I digress. So it's the environment. You have to make sure your environment is good. So all of the times that I dealt with hair loss, my environment was not good. It was a very stressful environment. And let's say Even it was 2023 when I did the big chop again. My environment was not conducive to my body saying, oh, we're going to have nice, flourishing, long grown hair. It was conducive to stress. It's like a tree, and the tree, you know, during the summer is, you know, blooming and, you know, got some flowers and stuff that bloomed on this tree and all this stuff. The leaves are so green and so perfect. And then when the winter comes, you know, things start to die down. You know, the fall start to die down, in the winter, you know, it's dead. But then it comes back to life. You have the chance to do that with your hair. Like if you're dealing with situations where your hair is just not where you want it to be, you have a chance to bring it back to life. And the way you do that is by nurturing your hair, nurturing the tree, giving the tree nice fertilizer that you know is not toxic, that don't cause cancer. You know, stuff like that. And when you do that, eventually over time, along with keeping your environment stress-free, let's say balance, because, you know, you got things that come up, you know, it's life. But it's just how you look at things, how you handle it, your look on it, your take on it. Instead of saying, oh my God, I always got something that's coming up. When is it ever going to get a break? Just be like, you know what? This is the situation. You know, God wouldn't give me more than I could bear, and I can get through this. And this is the first step I want to do that. You know, create a plan for yourself. Create a plan for your hair. I created a hair journal. You can click the information below and you can just write down, you know, the date and write down stuff about your hair. And I also have like quotes at the bottom of each page, and we have other pages too. But this quote says, my crown is strong, soft and growing. In power each day. You have to speak to yourself, speak over your life, speak positive affirmations, whatever you have to do. And then not only that, sometimes you have to say, okay, my hair is falling out right now. I'm obviously stressed out, or whatever the case may be. Whatever the situation, you're diagnosed with CCCA, you diagnosed with frontal fibrosis alopecia, you diagnosed with male hair loss pattern, anything. You have to say to yourself, what were the steps that got me to this point right now where I'm at, this present moment where I'm having the situations with my hair or whatever the situation, you can apply it to life. What steps did I take that got me into this moment? And then as you start to look at these steps, you start to write down these steps. You start to say, okay, maybe I wasn't eating this, you know, right as I thought it was, or I was continuously stressing myself out. I wasn't taking time for myself. I was putting others above myself. You know, I wasn't doing a consistent hair and skincare routine. Whatever the situation is, write it down. Say how you got to the point. And then once you see how you got to the point, now you say, okay, so if I didn't have a consistent regimen, this is going to be my new regimen. I'm going to do this on Monday, this on Wednesday, this on Friday. Sunday is going to be wash day. I'm going to do deep conditioner all day. Skincare. I'm going to wash my face when I wake up. I'm going to put toner. I'm going to put moisturizer. You know, you just have to have a schedule. As with life, you have to have a schedule with life in order for things to work for you and not against you, for things to flow with you and not against you. So if you are somebody who, you know, you feel like maybe, you know, I can do a little bit more for this so I can change this moment, because you are the only one that has the power to change what you need to change. Ain't nobody else. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You are the only one. So if you say, okay, this is what got me here. All right, this is what I'm going to do to get out of it. This is what I'm going to do to stay out of it. This is what I'm going to do to keep my life as balanced as possible so that I don't have to go through it again. You know, so yeah, stress definitely plays a major role. Anytime I was stressed out, trust me, the hair followed, okay? One time I was in the shower and literally chunks of my hair was coming out. Chunks. Stress, okay? So stress is for me, I think the number one takeaway out of all the years I have dealt with hair loss and CCCA alopecia, whatever the situation, even the skin issues, stress. You have to bring your body, your mind, body, and your soul to a peaceful, balanced level. And that is how, in my opinion, you can continuously see, you know, just things how you want it to go for your life. Not just your hair, not just your skin, just in life in general. Like, it will start to flow that way. So, take care of yourself. Make sure you're not stressed out. You know, if you feel like it's something in your life that is making you completely and utterly like can't deal, then maybe you need to like evaluate that and say like, you know what, maybe I need to just X this out of my life and just see how much your life gets better and how much more it flourishes. Okay guys, I hope you like this video. Again, this is Charmaine here from blackhairandskincare.com. It's time to take your crown back. Make sure you click the link below to download the journal, join the membership, and just comment below on what you are doing to put yourself first. Okay, so that you can create a positive environment for hair growth, a positive environment for glowing skincare, a positive environment for great mental health. All right, guys, love you, and I'll see you later. Bye.